the Lost in Asia with Antone. We're going to be talking about rental houses in the Philippines. I went online yesterday and took some screenshots of about 15 houses, and it kind of shows you a variation of the rental prices versus what the house looks like. So after that, we're going to be talking about security and contracts. At the very last, I'm going to share with you 5 tips on things that I feel like you absolutely need when renting a house here in the Philippines. So stay tuned for the screenshots coming right up. Finding a house in the Philippines is kind of like looking for a car in the US. You do a lot of shopping until you find which one you want. They come in all price ranges here from, I don't know, I've heard of them from 3,000 peso all the way up to, you name it. So there's a lot of different houses in here to pick from, and you can use the information on these pages to contact some of these people and get a good real estate agent if you can. If they show you one house over here, they probably have 4 or 5 more within your price range. I found some really nice ones down in Santa Rosa for 10,000 peso and Bel Air 1 subdivision. Very nice. Like this one right here is in Bel Air. I don't know if it's a Bel Air 1 or not, but for 15,000 peso, you can live in a subdivision with good security, with a great swimming pool, clubhouse, and everything else. So look around and see which one you want. Like that one right there is right by the ocean that has my name all over it. 20,000 peso, you can't go wrong. So it's really nice. Some of these right here are short-term rentals or like vacation rentals. You can rent it for a month. For this one with the swim pool, $631 a month. And then they vary. Palawan is a very, very clean place. They have a no littering law. If you call it littering, you could be fined. Also, you have El Nido is on the island on down the road, probably about a 4-hour drive if you take a van ride, which costs you about 1,200 peso. It's a very nice island. You got a lot of beaches and very clean beaches, very nice. I was there for about a week. But, if I had my ruthers, that's probably where I'd start off. If I had to do it a second time, I'd start off there and rent one of these vacation rentals for a couple of months just to get myself acclimated for the Philippines. But they have a lot of great houses here for a great price. If you were coming over, I would spend a little bit more than what you would normally what you're looking for. You want to look for something around the 10,000 peso range. Start off a little higher. That way it gives you time to look around and shop around, and maybe you find something lower than that which you can live with. So right here, it'd be perfect for 5 guys that are retired over here to rent this big house, 5 bedrooms with a swimming pool. How about this one by the sea with a gated community for 40,000 peso? Beautiful. You can go fishing back there on the back. Go back there and throw your rod over the back fence there and go fishing. But there's a lot of options available. This is part of the house that was facing the ocean just before. This is the living room furniture. It's a fully furnished house. Very nice. And by the way, I'm not a real estate broker over here. I don't have anything to do with any of these houses, advertisements, or whatsoever. I just took screenshots and showing them to everybody. I don't know if y'all can look online from the U.S., U.K., or Australia at the internet over here, but I couldn't see this from the United States when I was there. So that's why I'm putting them up online right here. I really don't like this house. It seems like it's it does have a chair and stuff outside. That's pretty neat. Here's the lower end. It's 11,000 peso. 3 bedrooms, 78 meters. Here's one's pretty nice if the advertisement is good and if it's exactly like the picture is. A lot of times when you're looking at these houses and they're showing you pictures of a house that isn't the house that you're going to be looking at. So you gotta You got to get here and get boots on the ground and go look at these houses. Now let's talk about security. When you move someplace, you want to find some place that you feel secure in, and making sure that your property is going to be there when you come back home. So, when I was in Santa Rosa, I moved into Bel Air 1. My rent there was probably about $360. It is a very nice place to live. Your neighbors looked out for you. You had all kinds of roving guards. You were never worried about your stuff being stolen. It was a secure area, so it was a good neighborhood to live. You had a great pool, and it was very nice there. But now I live in a subdivision where we have one guard, and it's a very nice subdivision. It's very big houses here. I don't live in a big house, but a lot of people here have these huge houses, and there's a lot of theft. The main reason is they don't have a lot of roving guards here in the subdivision. So wherever you move, make sure that they have something in place to make sure that your house doesn't get broken into, while you're gone. I know a lot of people that lives out in the barangays, out in the province, where they don't have any problem with people breaking in their house, and they don't have a guard one. So, it's it's a third world country. When you move here, if you're American and you move here, or Australian, or a guy from the UK, if you move here, you're looked at in a different light. So, anyway, let's talk about contracts. When I moved to Santa Rosa, that's near the Metroplex, the big Metroplex of Manila. And so whenever you move to the big Metroplexes, there is more competition for renting houses, or renting a house. So it's hard to find a good house there. So whenever you're going in and you're going to be going into these talking about contracts there, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to go for a 1-year contract most of the time, and you're going to have 12 post-dated checks. Now, when you come over from the U.S., UK, or anywhere else from Australia, you can't get a checking account right away. They don't take American checks, so you're going to have to pay cash, or you're going to have to go negotiate something with the landlord. In the smaller towns, such as Iloilo, not Iloilo, but some of the smaller towns that you go to, a lot of times you pay per month, by the month, cash, and your overall contract is going to be, you give your first and your last month deposits up front, and then you pay monthly. And some places, sometimes you can leave it anytime during you could just do it by month and leave whenever you want to. And sometimes, like the house that I'm renting now, I'm renting it for 1 year, and I'm paying per month. Of course, I put the first and last month rent up front. So make sure that whenever you're going and you're talking to these people, make sure the contract, you know which contract you're getting, and everything is negotiable. So don't feel like you can't make a counteroffer, because I highly suggest it. Even if they say the rent is this, you can offer them something else. So you're going to be looking at a bunch of houses anyway when you come over here. Take your time. Get you a Airbnb place for a little while, a month or so. You're going to save yourself money in the long run if you just take your time and look for a house. Find you a good one. Find you a good subdivision if you want that. I highly suggest subdivisions, especially the one in Santa Rosa. If any of you go down there and want to rent a place there, you need to find a young lady in Bel Air 1. Her name is Susan. She goes around, and she knows she has a lot of rental houses herself, and she knows a lot of other people, and she's really sweet. So tell her I said hi. So smaller towns, you could probably get a more flexible deal as far as rental, and it's a little bit cheaper in there too. But I found that most rental prices are pretty much the same all over. So not necessarily in the downtown Metro Manila or downtown Cebu and things like that. That's a whole different ballgame. Okay, like I promised, there's the last thing I'm going to talk about. So 5 things you're looking for in a rental house when you first get here. First thing is you're looking for a house with screen windows. There's a lot of them out there without any screen windows, and you need screen windows, because if not, you'll be eaten alive by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes are terrible here. Okay, so number 2. When you first get here, you want to make sure your house is furnished. You may buy little things like pots and pans or everything, something like that, but make sure the house is furnished, more or less. It's going to cost a little bit more, but it's well worth it, believe me. Number 3, got to have AC. In the bedroom is fine. They don't have to be all over the house. The bedroom has to have AC. Number 4, internet. Make sure that you get internet if the house doesn't have it almost immediately, because that's kind of you just come over from the U.S. Your phone is going to be limited as far as your plan or whatever. You may not even have a phone, so get internet in as quickly as possible. I use Globe, and it's very good. So they can install it in 2 days. Matter of fact, when I made the deal with the homeowner about having the contract and moving into the house, I would have her contact whoever Globe, or help you contact Globe and have them out almost immediately. So number 5, this would also benefit you greatly, is being in a gated subdivision. You have security, you have a pool where you can go and take a dip in the pool, and a lot of them come with tennis courts and different things, running tracks. A lot of them, and they're all over the place, not just around the big cities and things like that. In the smaller towns, they have subdivisions too, with swimming pools, workout, where places where you can work out, stuff like that. So there's plenty of things that you can do if you get in a subdivision, in a house in a subdivision. So So that said, there's 5 things for you. It's been great. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed my video, and we'll see you next time.